Area 6, support to students. Parameter A, recruitment, admission, and academic support. Area 6, support to students. Parameter A, recruitment, admission, and academic support. Pampanga State Agricultural University maintains a liberal admission policy, giving equal chance for admission to applicants from all schools, public and private, in all regions of the country. The admission and retention policies are based on BOR Resolution number 21-13, Series of 2021. No student shall be denied admission to the university by reason of age, sex, nationality, religious belief, or political affiliation. Every student shall, upon admission, sign the student's pledge. Refusal to take pledge or violation of the terms shall be sufficient cause for summary dismissal or denial of admission. Every student shall, upon admission to the university, be subjected for evaluation based on the specific admission policies of each curricular program in the university. Each program has its own admission and retention policies duly approved by the PSAU Governing Board. These are the basis for the admission of new, transfer, and returning students, as well as for the retention of current students in the program. A student shall finish the requirements of a course of any college within a period of actual residence equivalent to 1.5 times the normal length prescribed for the course. Otherwise, he shall not be allowed to register further in that college. Procedures for admissions. The university purchased an enrollment system that starts with the online application for admissions. An applicant who wishes to study at PSAU fills out the online application and uploads the required documents. Upon submission of application, the applicant receives an auto reply informing him or her that his or her application is received. The Office of Admissions checks the uploaded documents. If complete, documents are validated and the application is accepted in the applicant pooling. If documents are unclear or incomplete, the student applicant is informed through email for re-uploading of documents. The system automatically forwards the accepted applications to the Guidance and Testing Center module for rescheduling of admission test. Upon release of results, applications are automatically forwarded to the application list of the first choice program. The admitting personnel of the first choice program views and evaluates the application. The admitting personnel accepts the student applicant if the latter meets the program's admission requirements. If not, the application is denied. Application automatically goes to the second choice program or third choice program until the student applicant is admitted. The applicant receives an email when he or she is admitted to the program of choice with the student account details. The Office of Admissions collects and checks the admission requirements of the student applicants. The system automatically forwards the admitted applicants to the register module for enrollment. Admission requirements. A Filipino citizen who is a graduate of an accredited senior high school in the Philippines may be admitted as freshman to PSAU on the basis of performance in the PSAU admission test and general weighted average in the first semester of grade 12. A Filipino citizen who is a graduate of an accredited high school in a country outside the Philippines or a Filipino of dual citizenship shall be admitted as freshman to PSAU on the basis of performance in the PSAU admission test and weighted average in the last 2 years of his or her high school education. The admission requirements for new students are original copy of Form 138 or Senior High School Report Card marked eligible for college admission, Certificate of Good Moral Character, PSA issued birth certificate, admission test, 2 pieces identical 2x2 photo, and medical certificate from attending physician indicating that the applicant is physically fit to study, enroll, or attend school. A Filipino citizen who is a high school graduate outside the Philippines or a Filipino with dual citizenship shall submit the following additional requirements: photocopy of passport's bio page and original copy of the equivalent of Form 138 Senior High School Report Card marked eligible for college admission. Transferees. A transfer student from any accredited institution of higher learning shall submit the following admission requirements may be admitted, provided that he or she shall have taken his or her college education from 2016 hence, or with the new GE curriculum. Transfer students who have taken their college education with the old GE curriculum shall be required to attend senior high school first before applying as freshmen. The transfer student shall be subject to the evaluation of the admitting personnel of the chosen program, and a study plan shall be made for the transfer student and shall be advised accordingly. The transfer student shall follow the study plan made for him or her until his or her graduation. An admitted transfer student shall be on probationary status for at least one semester, or as prescribed in the specific program requirements. The admission requirements for transferees are original copy of transcript of records, honorable dismissal, PSA issued birth certificate, 2 pieces identical 2x2 photo, medical certificates, and barangay clearance. Old or returning students. A returnee is an old student in the university who stopped from schooling at PSAU, did not enroll during the immediate preceding semester, excluding summer or mid-year session, and wishes to return or enroll in the program where he or she was formerly admitted. A returnee may be accepted if the curriculum he or she is returning to is still offered. If accepted, the returnee shall follow the program of work to be made for him or her by the admitting personnel of the program he or she is returning to. The admission requirements for old or returning students are letter addressed to the college dean seeking permission to be reaccepted, department or college clearance and university clearance, and complete copy of grades taken at PSAU duly certified by the registrar. The following are the results of effective admission policies. Enrollment increased and has been increasing annually. During the K-12 transition, PSAU still offered programs to lifelong learners through batches of bridging programs. These batches took agriculture and agriculture-related programs. Clear guidelines and policies resulted to greater chances of students finishing their programs on time and greater access to employment. The retention policies also serve as motivation for students to work harder to be retained in the respective programs. The university accepts any qualified individual, regardless of place of residence, cultural or demographic characteristics, faith, political affiliation, ethnic origin, and/or socioeconomic status. Scholarships are given to deserving students, especially the financially disadvantaged. One of the best practices on admission and retention of students is efficient information dissemination using SMS blast to admitted students. The university entered into an agreement with Macro Kiosk Philippines Incorporated to send SMS to students regarding official matters. Students receive these SMS with a sender as PSAU. Students are also given PSAU email accounts for mass emails and access to the enrollment portal. Given that the admission period was affected so much by the COVID-19 pandemic, the university found ways to admit applicants despite this. A reinforcement team was formed to assist the Office of Admission and Registration Services during the admissions for academic year 2019 to 2020 to reinforce the monitoring of admissions of applicants from their Google Form applications. A Google site was created for applicants to monitor the status of admissions, enrollment, and schedule. This same site is still up for the same purpose. The university purchased an enrollment system that starts with the online application for admissions. This makes the admission process more systematic, with the applications automatically forwarded to the concerned offices or personnel. This system also serves as the permanent record of each student from admissions to graduation. This online application for admissions has also ensured the safety of both the applicants and the employees of PSAU during this time of the COVID-19 pandemic, as there is no need for the applicants to go to campus. The PSAU Facebook page was also utilized for information dissemination on the process for the online application for admissions. The submission of the admission requirements of the applicants was also affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Instead of the many applicants moving about and going to PSAU campus to submit these documents, the university formed partnerships with the different municipalities in Pampanga and Tarlac. One of the terms of agreement is the collection of admission requirements so that the students would not have to travel to PSAU campus to submit such documents. A few employees of PSAU Office of Admissions and LMS Print Task Force went to these municipalities to collect the admission requirements. Student scholarships. The scholarship programs of Pampanga State Agricultural University are governed by policies stipulated in the Student Handbook of the university. These policies were formulated based on existing guidelines duly approved by the Board of Regents and/or implemented by various government agencies such as the Commission on Higher Education, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Department of Science and Technology, Department of Agriculture, and other partner institutions. Scholarships are classified as merit-based, and they are awarded to students that are academically excelling and can maintain good academic standing. On the other hand, grants are given to financially disadvantaged students who are required to maintain at least a passing general weighted average. From time to time, the policies and guidelines in the implementation of scholarships and grants are revisited and amended by concerned agencies in order to address the changing needs of the Filipino youth and of the society. The scholarships or grants implemented at PSAU can be classified into two major categories: internally and externally funded. The internally funded, also known as internal scholarships, include two subcategories such as merit-based and performance-based. Merit-based scholarship refers to the full and partial academic scholars who are evaluated based on their academic performance, whereas performance-based scholarship qualifies students involved in sports, socio-cultural activities, campus journalism, and student leadership. Externally funded include those approved by partner agencies and private institutions. These may be clearly classified either scholarship or grant. In these scholarships, the scholars need to maintain good academic standing in order to continuously enjoy the privileges offered to them. On the other hand, grants are given primarily to financially disadvantaged students. Common examples of grants are the Tertiary Education Subsidy and Tulong Dunong program. These grants only require the grantees to have at least a passing general weighted average. One of the best practices of the scholarship unit of PSAU is the use of flexible means of accepting applications and processing scholarships and grants. This includes the use of both printed and online application forms. Second best practice is the efficient information dissemination to scholars in case of announcements and updates through the use of social media, particularly chat groups. Third is the orderly and flexible releasing of financial benefits. Scholars and grantees are properly scheduled and required to wear face mask and face shield, accomplish the university health checklist, observe physical distancing, step on the footpath, and sanitize their hands at the wash area before receiving their benefits. Last among the best practices is the use of bank deposit or money transfer in case a scholar or grantee cannot come physically to claim his benefits. Student Services. The Supreme Student Council President is included as a member of the Board of Regents. He or she voices out the concerns of the students during the important meeting related to student welfare. Hence, the university considers the ideas suggested by the students, thus promoting the students' commitment to participate in the attainment of the vision, mission, goals, and program objectives of PSAU. The Office of Student Affairs and Services is responsible for the various non-classroom concerns and interests of students of PSAU in support of academic instruction intended to facilitate holistic and well-rounded student development for active involvement as future responsible citizens and leaders. Among these are the student welfare services, which include information, admission and orientation, guidance, counseling and testing, scholarship and financial assistance, career and job placement, economic enterprise development services, and student handbook development services. Student development services include student organization activities and training services, Supreme Student Council, student discipline, and student publication. And the student programs and services are scholarship and financial assistance services, food services, health services, security and safety services, housing and residential services, multi-faith services, foreign and international services, services for students with special needs and persons with disabilities, socio-cultural and sports program, and library services. The composition of OSAS of PSAU is in accordance with the Commission on Higher Education Memorandum Order Number 9, Series of 2013, known as Enhanced Policies and Guidelines on Student Affairs and Services. The services are grouped into three, which are co-managed by coordinators. Under each coordinator are various units or services led by unit heads. Student organization refers to any association, club, and society whose members are students of the university. A university-wide student organization shall be one whose members belong exclusively to one unit of the university, and a class organization shall be composed of members of a class in the university. The Supreme Student Council shall be directly under the supervision of the OSAS. It is the highest governing student organization composed of 2 advisors, 8 council officers, and 6 board of directors that represent the colleges of the university. College student councils are also part of the student organizations. They are independent and duly constituted central student organization of units that offer at least bachelor's degree programs among colleges of the university. The student publication is the unit responsible for student publications. Student publications are published by the student body through an editorial board and staff composed of students selected by fair and competitive examinations. The official student publication of PSAU is Sinukuan Gazette, composed of technical advisors, an editor-in-chief, associate editors, managing editors, section editors, correspondents, news reportorial staff, artists, and photojournalists. The Guidance, Counseling, and Testing Center utilizes an integrative approach to the development of a well-functioning individual, primarily by helping him or her to utilize his or her potential to the fullest and plan his or her present and future in accordance with his or her abilities, interests, and needs. The Guidance, Counseling, and Testing Center implements its guidance program based on the following services: individual inventory, information, counseling, testing, placement, referral, and follow-up. The Guidance and Testing Center ensures that guidance services are being provided to the students of the university. Generally, the guidance and testing services is to encourage students' academic, social, emotional, and personal development. To reach this aim, guidance and counseling services help students get to know themselves better and find effective solutions to their daily concerns. To continuously provide services to the students amidst the current pandemic, counseling services are done via Zoom. Also, the center has an existing Facebook account that can be added by students and where students can communicate their concerns and seek for a counseling schedule. Testing services is being conducted in a face-to-face manner. However, with the current pandemic, it has been decided to temporarily suspend this service. However, a locally funded research is already in the process of developing and validating an achievement test, which can eventually be used as an entrance examination using the online modality. As regards individual inventory, this is currently being gathered through the use of Google Forms. The PSAU infirmary has a capacity of 8 beds. The infirmary is manned by a licensed physician, licensed dentist, 2 registered nurses, a dental aide, and an ambulance driver. It is open from Monday to Saturday and has a registered nurse on call during night. It is also equipped with medical and dental units. The medical unit provides free unlimited consultations, both elective and emergency, ambulation to indicated hospitals if necessary using the PSAU ambulance. It offers day confinement for primary cases as it is equipped with female, male, and isolation ward. The emergency or treatment unit is capable of procedures such as wound suturing, cautery of warts, circumcision, and other minor surgeries. During enrollment, students are required to submit certificates from their respective doctors of their current and medical status. With these certificates, along with history and physical examination, the infirmary will generate a list of those students with medical alerts and will continuously monitor them until such time that these students are declared okay. The dental unit operates in preventing oral diseases and promoting oral health of PSAU students. It is under the umbrella of General and Auxiliary Services. The medical unit provides free unlimited consultations, both elective and emergency, ambulation to indicated hospitals if necessary using the PSAU ambulance. It offers day confinement for primary cases as it is equipped with female, male, and isolation ward. The emergency or treatment unit is capable of procedures such as wound suturing, cautery of warts, circumcision, and other minor surgeries. During enrollment, students are required to submit certificates from their respective doctors of their current medical status. With these certificates, along with history and physical examination, the infirmary will generate a list of those students with medical alerts and will continuously monitor them until such time that these students are declared okay. The dental unit operates in preventing oral diseases and promoting oral health of PSAU students. It is under the umbrella of General Auxiliary Services that is manned by a full-time dentist and a dental assistant who provide dental services to promote and maintain good health and offer educational services to help patients practice behaviors and skills in developing better oral health condition. Aside from its clinic duties, the infirmary also conducts quarterly inspections of the ladies' and men's dormitories, canteen, and other accredited food establishments inside PSAU. It is also in constant communication with the College of Veterinary Medicine regarding the health and safety of the PSAU community in relation to animal welfare. It is also doing a networking with the government and non-government organizations for projects that would benefit not only the PSAU community, but also the nearby communities as well. During this time of pandemic, flexible delivery of health services is practiced in response to COVID-19 protocols. Video conferencing, online messaging, and telephone communication are utilized to conduct consultations. In addition, all stakeholders entering the campus are required to wear a face mask and face shield, have their temperature checked, and accomplish the university health checklist form. The university, in addition to academic needs, designs and provides activities that will address the spiritual growth of the students. These activities open opportunities for the students to freely express their religious belief and orientation in accordance with the university policies and principles. Socio-Cultural Services are supervised by the Office of Cultural and Performing Arts of PSAU. The services are classified into 5 disciplines such as literary, musical, cultural, visual, and theater arts. Each discipline is led by a coordinator who oversees and facilitates the conduct of activities in his or her respective unit. The various disciplines under OCPA provide an avenue for the students not only to enhance their skills and abilities, but also to boost their confidence and develop camaraderie among others. Trainings and activities are regularly conducted to better prepare the students in rendering performances in different events or gatherings of the university. Furthermore, The students are being honed to become competitive in regional and national socio-cultural competitions. During the pandemic, flexible delivery of cultural services has become a practice. Trainings and competitions have been conducted virtually to ensure the safety of the students. Co-curricular and extracurricular activities supplement academic learning, which is provided inside the classroom or in a virtual classroom, especially during the time of pandemic. These activities provide various opportunities to students to unlock their potentials and develop their skills in various interests, such as, but not limited to, sports, social cultural activities, literary involvement, student publication, and student leadership. The following are examples of major co-curricular activities conducted in the university. The following are examples of major extracurricular activities conducted in the university. One best step undertaken for an effective conduct of student services and activities is the annual conduct of student orientation for all students of the university. In the last 2 years, the orientation was conducted virtually via Zoom and live streamed on PSAU official Facebook page. Another best step made in the conduct of student services is the availability of student hotlines or major contact details of offices rendering relevant student services. The student can comfortably and efficiently raise their concerns through these contact details. The last best step undertaken in the delivery of student services is the preparation and implementation of Student Affairs and Services Continuity Plan, which is in accordance to CHED Memorandum Order Number 8, Series of 2021. This reflects both offline and online delivery of services to the students, especially during the pandemic. Placement. The Alumni Relations Development Office is one of the support services of the university in close coordination with each college through the Alumni Relations Coordinators. Its main task is to address the pre-employment and employment needs of the graduating students and alumni. It considers, as one of its major functions, networking with industry practitioners as an effective way to receive feedback that can assist college administration in curricular improvement and student skills development. Aside from the theoretical and practical knowledge of the students in their chosen fields, it is also important that they know how to present themselves in front of other people. Their ability to interact with varied personalities may also entail their employability. Thus, graduating students are given workshops or seminars on writing their resumes and how to conduct themselves during interviews. This is usually sponsored by the Guidance and Testing Center and the Supreme Student Council in coordination with Public Employment Service Office or PESO. Such activities are needed in order to boost the students' confidence in dealing with potential employers. The university, through the Alumni Relations Development Office, coordinates with the Department of Labor and Employment and PESO, both provincial and municipal, in organizing for job fairs for graduating students. During the pandemic, the director communicated with a number of national and some multinational companies for possible relevant activities. Performance of graduates in various examinations. The veterinary licensure examination, originally set in August 2020, was postponed due to COVID-19 and was administered in February 2021 with PSAU passing percentage of 51.61 and national passing percentage of 41.95. Another examination was administered in September 2021 with a remarkable result as shown in the matrix. Agricultural Biosystems Engineering Licensure Examination was also administered in September 2021 with PSAU passing percentage of 50 and national passing percentage of 36.42. As regards the graduates' performance from 2017 to 2019, most of the passing percentages of PSAU were higher than the national passing percentage. The following are examples of awards received by the graduates of the university. Gawad Sikat Tanglao, Outstanding Master Teacher. 10 Outstanding Students of the Philippines Region 3 from 2018 to 2019. 2018 Rise Achievers Awards. 2018 Outstanding Teaching Personnel, and 2017 Pag-asa Regional Winner. School year 2019 to 2020 to school year 2020 to 2021 employment status showed a very low result due to pandemic. For school year 2017 to 2018 to school year 2018 to 2019, there was an almost same result. The data remarkably showed more than 50% on the employment of graduates in all the 6 colleges, while school year 2016 to 2017 manifested a high result. Meanwhile, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine reflected a 100% employability within the last 5 years. One of the best practices employed by the placement support is the use of online tracer instrument, which provides convenient means to monitor the graduates and eventually assist them in their employment needs. Another best practice of the placement support is the active use of social media in posting announcements as regards job openings of various industry partners of the university.